Listen to that silence. Not empty, heavy. Out there, beyond thousands of star systems, there's a world that should never have formed. A planet so close to its star that the sky burns like a furnace. A planet where metal evaporates into clouds. Where the atmosphere is being ripped away into space. Its name is WASP 121b. This planet is so hot, iron evaporates into the sky. Not melts, evaporates. Clouds of metal drifting through a burning atmosphere. Astronomers discovered it only a few years ago, and what they found shocked them. Because this may be one of the most terrifying planets ever discovered. A world so extreme that its own star is slowly destroying it. Think about that for a moment. A planet being torn apart in real time. Welcome to Deep Space Tour. The story begins more than 800 light years from Earth. Astronomers were studying a distant star in the constellation Puppis. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Just another star among billions. But then the light from that star began to flicker. Very slightly, every 30 hours, a tiny dip in brightness, a signal astronomers know well. A planet was passing in front of the star. But when scientists calculated the orbit, something felt wrong. Very wrong. The planet was far too close to its star. Closer than any world should safely exist. And that was only the beginning. Because the closer astronomers looked, the stranger the planet became. The planet was named WASP 121b. And it belongs to a rare class of worlds called ultra-hot Jupiters, gas giants that orbit incredibly close to their stars. But WASP 121b pushes this idea to the extreme. Its entire year lasts only 1.27 Earth days. That means a full orbit around its star takes just 30 hours. Imagine living on a world where the year ends before you finish watching a movie. But that orbit creates a terrifying problem: gravity. The star pulls on the planet with immense force, constantly, relentlessly. The result is something extraordinary. WASP 121b is not perfectly round. It is stretched, distorted, pulled into the shape of a cosmic football. Gravity is literally trying to tear the planet apart. Let that sink in. This world exists permanently on the edge of destruction. But the real nightmare begins when we look at the temperature. The day side of WASP 121b reaches temperatures close to 3,000 degrees Celsius. Hot enough to melt steel. Hot enough to vaporize rock. Hot enough to turn entire elements into gas. Iron, magnesium, titanium. On Earth, these elements form mountains. On this planet, they float through the sky. Astronomers studying the atmosphere with the Hubble Space Telescope made a shocking discovery. The atmosphere contains vaporized metal, clouds made from elements that on Earth exist only in solid form. But the story gets stranger, because this planet has two permanent sides. One side always faces the star. The other remains in endless darkness. This is called tidal locking. The day side burns like a furnace. The night side is far cooler, and nature hates imbalance. So the atmosphere responds with violence. Supersonic winds roar across the planet at 18,000 kilometers per hour, faster than a rifle bullet. These winds drag metal vapor from the burning day side to the cooler night side, where something remarkable may happen. The vapor cools, condenses, and falls, which means that on this alien world, it may rain molten metal, iron rain, falling through a burning sky. Now imagine standing there, if that were possible. But the nightmare does not end there, because something even more dramatic is happening above the planet. If journeys like this fascinate you, consider subscribing to Deep Space Tour. Here we explore the most extreme planets, the strangest cosmic phenomena, and the mysteries hiding in the deep darkness of space. And trust me, the universe still has many secrets left to reveal. When astronomers studied the upper atmosphere of WASP 121b, they noticed something unusual. The atmosphere was escaping, streaming away into space. The radiation from the nearby star is so intense that it is literally boiling the atmosphere away. Huge clouds of gas are flowing off the planet, like steam rising from a pot. In other words, WASP 121b is slowly evaporating. The planet is losing part of itself every second, and over millions of years this process could transform the world completely. Some scientists believe that planets like this may eventually lose most of their atmosphere, leaving behind the exposed core of a former gas giant, a planetary skeleton. And that means we may be witnessing something incredibly rare. A planet in the process of destruction, right now, in real time. Now, imagine approaching this world in a spacecraft. The star grows brighter. The radiation intensifies. Ahead of you appears a swollen orange giant glowing in the darkness. Entering the atmosphere would be nearly impossible. Temperatures would melt most spacecraft materials instantly. The winds would strike the hull at thousands of kilometers per hour. The sky would glow red with superheated gas. And below you there would be no solid surface. No mountains, no oceans, only deeper layers of burning atmosphere. Descending forever into a planetary furnace. Think about that for a moment. A world where the sky rains metal and the planet itself is slowly being torn apart by its star. For centuries, humans believed planets were worlds like Earth, rocky, stable, predictable. But modern astronomy has revealed something far more extraordinary. The universe builds worlds of incredible diversity. Planets where glass rains sideways. Planets made partly of diamond. Ocean worlds covered by water thousands of kilometers deep. And planets like WASP 121b. Worlds that blur the line between planet and star. Each discovery reminds us of something important. Our solar system is not typical. It is unusual. Out there across the galaxy, nature builds planets far stranger and far more terrifying than we ever imagined. And somewhere in that vast darkness, there may be worlds even more extreme than this one. Worlds we have not yet discovered. Worlds that will force us to rethink everything we know about planets. This was Deep Space Tour, and the universe still holds countless mysteries waiting to be explored. Until the next journey, keep looking up